All right, boys and girls, we're back inside with our worm friends. They're very wiggly, very squirmy friends. You can see I have them on the paper plate, and you can see them starting to move around. They have long, thin bodies, don't they? They're long and thin. And their skin is very smooth except for you can see some line segments. I'm using my magnifying glass so you can get a close-up look. Do you see the little lines on their bodies? Those are little line segments. Did you know worms don't have a skeleton? That's right, they don't have any bones in their body. Nope. Do we have bones in our body? Yes, we do, but worms do not have bones. And they have a tiny little brain in their head. And we know worms live under the ground. And you're wondering, do worms have any feet? No, worms don't have any feet at all. So you're wondering, how do they move around? How are they moving around right now on the plate? How do they move around under the ground? They have very strong muscles. That's right, and the muscles help the worms to move around. Worms actually live under the ground in burrows. Remember when we were learning about things that live under the ground and we talked about burrows? Worms live in burrows. And when they move through the dirt, they use their muscles to move. They're very strong. And they have very tiny little hairs on their bodies. I don't know if we can see the little hairs. They're very, very tiny. And that helps them to move through the soil and dig their tunnels. And when they dig their tunnels, they actually help us so water and air can get through the soil and help plants grow better. That's right. And they actually eat the soil as they're moving through the ground. Worms are wonderful. It was really fun to learn about the worms, wasn't it? And get a close-up look under the magnifying glass. Look at that worm wiggling away. It's important to keep your worms moist. So if you find some worms and you want to check them out with a magnifying glass on a paper plate, it's important to put the worms back into the soil when you're done observing them, right? Because they like to live where it's moist. So now that I'm finished with my worms, I'm going to go put them back outside, right? All right, I'll see you later, and we're going to talk more about worms.